Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to TNC. We help you see the new you. My name is Jennifer Nuya, live streaming from Cavite, Philippines. And you are watching Stories from the Fringe on TNC Express. Life presents us with many choices, and 70% of the decisions that we make are fear-based. Unfortunately, these choices, these decisions affect our life. Our guest for today empowers women to achieve happiness by making the correct decisions, by unlocking the potential within. I'm pleased to introduce our guest for today, Martha Mock. Martha.
It's lovely to be here on your TNC network. Thank you, Jennifer, for introducing me here.
And thank you for agreeing to this live interview, Martha.
It's wonderful chance to share.
Martha, you are a motivational speaker, you are an author, you are an award-winning hairstylist and makeup artist, you are also a super confidence coach. Have you always been this accomplished? Have you always been this super confident woman?
I have a very colorful background. It's like what they say, isn't it? If life doesn't kill you, you become stronger. So I have been also for a 19 years of abusive marriage. I have been bullying since the age of 4 in school, and I've also been sexually molested by someone I trust in my family. So there you go. Things happens in your life, but we always have a choice of how we choose our life to be and what path to pick. And I choose to be liked. I choose to be learning from all the diversity that I have learned to become confident from within and don't worry about what other people said and say.
Mhm. You have mentioned that you were sexually molested when you were 4. I'm so
Mm,
sorry to hear about that.
no
I
need.
feel that no child deserves to undergo that horrendous ordeal.
Mhm,
Every child deserves to be safe, to feel protected, right?
mm.
Um, would you think that because of this sexual molestation, it affected your self-confidence, which now affected your marriage? You said that you were abused in your marriage.
Yeah, but because I was too young to actually recognize what happened, so that wasn't the main focus that I have on. Everyone has a choice of focusing on what they have. Even in my abusive marriage and the bullying stage, what I noticed that I was craving for attention. I was craving for a partner. I was craving for someone to be next to me, regardless of
Mhm.
how good or bad they are. And that's why I stayed in that marriage for 19 years, hoping that things will work out, people will change. From what we're learning right now, that we know that we cannot change a person. We can inspire them to be something better, but we cannot change someone's mind. So I decided to move on after 19 years on my 40th birthday. I asked myself that question, what do I want in my life? Because I was so unhappy with myself that I did not want to live more than 60 years old. So if I only got 20 years left in my life, what do I want to do? So I want happiness and joy
Mm,
and finding the right person to appreciate me for who I
mm,
am. So I
mhm,
finally took the courage to leave that marriage. And now, 2 years later, or 3 years now, I'm
mhm.
finally, I have met my ideal partner and we are living very happily together. He's an amazing guy. It's all about not giving up in searching for what you deserve. That's the confidence that every woman actually have it inside of them. It's about discovering it out and letting it out.
Yeah, I've done also my research, although I'm not a psychology major, but I've had psychology courses during my university days. I've read that yes, if you don't really love yourself, you will try to look for love in the wrong places,
Mhm.
and even cavorting with devil because you're so lonely, you will pretend that you are happy.
Mm.
So for 19 years, you settled for something that is less than what you deserve. But I'm happy because during your 40th birthday, probably that's why they say life begins at 40, right?
Mhm.
So
It
that's
could be.
fine. Yeah, finally that you had the courage to finally see your worth
Mhm.
and find that someone who you can spend the rest of your life with.
Definitely. And the funny thing is, if anyone tell me that I don't have self-love or have more self-love before I was 40, I will actually say F off because I live a very comfortable life. I'm very successful in my career and I am well loved in my network and community. I did not understand what self-love was. I didn't understand that being able to speak my truth, being able to have a voice, being able to be confidently sharing my vulnerability was a part of self-love. So that has been a journey for me and helping me becoming who I am today.
Mm, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. And I'm
Thank
happy
you.
for the women that you are also empowering, sharing that empowerment within you. Now, what is the massive transformative purpose for what you are doing as a super confidence coach?
I believe that confidence is all inside of us, but we choose to look at different things. I probably simply explain it as in a victim, aggressor, and a creator mode. When I was in my abusive marriage, when I was low, I have that thinking of blaming the other person for everything. So that's what I mean by becoming a victim. And when I got out of the marriage, of course, you get angry of all the time and energy you wasted. You become an
Mm,
aggressor, blaming other people for what happened to you. Only when you realize that everyone has to take responsibility of their own
mm,
action, own choice, and there's not a fault. It's not a wrongdoing. There's no right and wrong in there. It's only about learning and feedback. So from that marriage of the learning that I know what I want. I know
mm,
how to set my boundaries. I know how to create a life that I want and being able to finally speak out after 30 years of being in silence. No one knows about my story behind my shiny entrepreneur mask for so many years. And I finally have the courage to say, hey, this is who I am. I don't care about the little things anymore. I'm more about giving out a message,
mm,
telling everyone, hey, you can be a creator too. You
mm,
can be a creator of your own life by your choice and by your rules. Isn't
mm.
that amazing that we're
It
free
is.
from all those things that is trapping us inside and thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Say, no, 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 no. You have your standard, you have your right, and there's no right and wrong in this world. It's only about what works with you and how you portray it.
Mm. Now, regarding that, will you allow me to share this one funny
Go for it.
anecdote about my the time I suffered from imposter syndrome? All right. So there's this one summit that I joined, and almost all of the luminaries in the business in the industry are there or were there, and probably that's what they say. What they mean by starstruck. Imagine, during that time, modesty aside, I can also be already considered a leader in my field. But there I was, feeling so small, feeling so insignificant. And in our house, we don't have salad fork. We don't have dinner fork. We only use your fork for everything. So I had this whole setting on the table, and I was clueless which of the utensils am I going to use first and for what.
Mm.
And I remember that before the lunch for that event, I did not have anything for breakfast because I was so worried that I would be late. So I did not have any breakfast. I just slugged down 2 cups of coffee, also to make myself keep awake. And then probably the people, 2 people, they were so gracious, and probably they sensed my growing awkwardness. So I don't know, Dynama Harokon, if you're watching right now, and also Jason, I'm sorry, I can't really remember his name right now. They were so kind because they said to me, okay, you can eat now, probably you should eat now. And I was just looking at the salmon, and I love salmon, baked salmon, but I couldn't take myself to to take a slice because I didn't know which cutlery to use. So, so that's one instance when I felt that, okay, I feel I don't belong here. Probably I'm out of here. Probably these people can see through me. Probably there's so many probablys.
That's what we call an emotional state that we put ourselves in. I'll give a little tips for everyone that who has imposter syndromes or feeling like that they're low or not good enough. Ask yourself that questions. Are they going to put food on my table? Are they going to pay my bills? Are they going to clean my garbage? If they're not, then they don't matter. When you're in an emotional state, ask yourself a logical question. It will get yourself out. So when you're saying that there's so many fork there that I don't know what to do, what is the fork using for? It's using to eat. So does it really matter which fork I use? Yes, it could be different to the persons in front of you, but what is the purpose? It's delivering food to my mouth. So if it does that job, why do you care? And if you become, yeah, I'm using the wrong fork, just laugh about it. Say, wow, this is amazing. I'm learning a new thing. It's
Mhm.
not a fault. It's just a learning. When
Mhm.
we constantly remember that our belief is only created by us in our
Mhm.
head and it only have value in us. So
Mhm.
it is not the other person's belief. Just like maybe you and I like ice cream, but we could be liking ice cream for different reasons. So
Mhm.
our belief only matter to us. It's not the others. So I'm not going to tell you not to think that way, because when you say that, you will continue to think that way. But
Yeah.
instead, ask yourself, okay, what is my objective here? My objective here is to network. My objective
Mhm.
here is to know other people, because there's 2 million bit of information going into our head every single second. And our focus is only 134 bits. So
Oh.
when we put our focus into, I need to have food, whatever, even if you use your hand, doesn't matter, because your service is being done. I'm
Mhm.
here to network with other people. Great. Then I go and network. Whatever is on the table, it doesn't matter. Find your purpose, find your objectives, and focus on that. And once you focus on that, all that worrying, all that thinking, what if, it will go away, because your brain is only that big. And when you focus 70% on the other stuff, it will be gone, because
Mhm.
our brain is controlled by our conscious and unconscious mind. Our
Mhm.
unconscious mind is 90% of what we have. Only 10% is conscious mind. Just like I say, if a fork, so many fork in front of you, do you still know how to pick it up and eat it? That's from your unconscious mind. It's not teaching you how to use a fork to eat it. So there you go. Just focus on that instead of worrying all the other thing. When we stop worrying about how other people think, that's when we can truly become ourselves. When we worry about, oh, how my glasses look, how my hair look, how my this look, you will never be able to free from being true confident self. I have done this experiment on Facebook,
Mhm.
doing a Facebook Live 9 days in a row. I particularly did not put makeup on. I particularly have messy hair. I particularly have bad lighting. I particularly dress terribly. And I have days that I have full on makeup, full on like outfit and everything. I'm an international makeup artist, so I know
Mhm.
what I'm doing when I want to look good. So with that, and 9 days,
Mhm.
no one told me that I didn't look good enough. Martha, your eyes is too small. Martha, your hair is oily. Martha, your shirt is not in the right place. No one told me that. But the message that I give out, everyone said, "Oh my God, your message was amazing. I started following you because your message just is something that I want to hear every single day." Think about it. What you are doing, what is my purpose of being on Facebook Live? It's not about me looking good in front of a camera. Otherwise, I would go and do a photo shoot, because that's the matter. What I'm doing on Facebook Live is trying to deliver a message. So I
Mhm.
want to send that message out. As long as I'm able to deliver that message, all those little things doesn't matter, because people are too worried about looking good themselves than to judge you.
Mhm.
And if those people do judge you, guess what? They're not worth your time. They're what we call toxic people. Why do you want them in your society and your environment? No, 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 no. You are the success of the closest 5 people next to you. So
Mhm.
you can choose who is around you. The only ones that we can't choose is our relative, okay?
Mhm.
Or family members. That's the only one we can't choose. But other than that, we can choose who we put into the environment and how do we deal with it. That's where you find your true self and your true confidence. And I'm a very big person about being authentic of being who I am. Being allowed to be authentic is when you have your true self come out. And that's how you connect with the people around you. Not when you're putting your makeup on with lashes and a nice jacket. No, 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 no. It's when you are truly authentic with yourself. Because we all know we have that awkward moment. We have that awkward, funny face, especially with the thumbnail. It's always making me at a very bad face. Guess what? I'm happy to make you laugh. I'm happy to be someone different. I'm happy for being me. So celebrate with me, or the door is that way. As simple as that. It's about respecting other people's model of the world, as well as respecting your model of the world and your own belief.
Wow, that's amazing. So many gems in there, Martha. So, viewers, are you taking down notes? All right. Yeah, I have this one poem by Marion Williamson. It's commonly and sometimes mistakenly attributed to Nelson Mandela because he read it in one of his speeches. I don't have it memorized by heart, but the last quatrain, the gist is, if we shine and if we show our power, we also allow other people to shine too, right? So it says there that sometimes we are afraid, not because we are inadequate, but because we are powerful beyond measure. And once we acknowledge, we embrace that power, we embrace also not only the power, but also our weaknesses, then that's the time that we can say truly that we are living our authentic lives. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always say that, you know what? I'm a confident mistake creator. That's who I am. I make shitloads of mistakes in my life. Guess what? Wonderful. I know how to deal with it now. Yay. Fantastic. It's all about having your mindset in what stage of you're in, because I refuse on staying in mind trap. When you are staying in mind trap, you can't get out because you don't know what you are facing and you find yourself out of option. As soon as we are out of option, we stay in a corner and we don't get out. But as soon as you ask yourself, okay, I have tried everything. It's like going on a diet. I'm trying everything and I couldn't lose the weight. Okay, what else you haven't tried? Oh, okay, that's an option right there. Just like perfectionism. I need this to be perfect. It must be perfect. It must be perfect. Otherwise, I don't have the confidence to present it. Okay, so what is plan B? As soon as you have the plan B, that thought coming up, there's no more perfection because there's always no perfection in the world, even for ourselves, even for the people we're in and the things that we can do, because that imperfection is allowing us to grow. It's allowing us to be the better version of ourselves than yesterday. Isn't life will be boring if it's like a stay line? There's no more fun in it. It's only when we can learn, when we can transform, when we can be better. That's how we keep motivated and be the shining person we are today. That's what life is about. Having fun, be you, and be the authentic you.
Yeah, be the best version of you, right? Everybody has always been taken.
I always say that just be you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we're having a pimple. It doesn't matter that we are not speaking clearly, especially for me as well, living in a Western world when English is my second language. I remember when I write my first book, I was like, really? I can be an author? Like I can hardly spell. I don't have any grammar. What am I going to do? I was so nervous. But the reason behind the first book I've written was because of people suffering from COVID. It was because of the lockdown that people feel scared, worried, they can't see light. That was what pushed me out to do these things for other people. So my first book was out. And just because of that belief, I got land to a publishing company wanting to publish my books in the American world. How surprising is that from someone I tell myself in the not believing myself land, saying that I don't have anything good to share. Look at me. I'm on my 5th book now. sharing my message.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm sharing my message, and I still have a copywriter fixing my English, but the message is there. Always remember that the message is more than all the correction in their life. And those people who judge you and say, you got a bad grammar there, it should be written another way.
Mhm.
Do you know why they do that?
Why?
Because it's of their insecurity. It's
Oh.
their insecurity. It's they being told that they have to be a certain way, but it doesn't need to be you.
Mhm.
You can be whichever way you want. If I spell the, T-H-A instead of T-H-E, it doesn't change the sentence. It still means the same thing. So that's what you have to think about. Is it my insecurity that is affecting me, or their insecurity? So when you remember that it's their model of the world, it's their insecurity, it relieves all those pressure off you.
Mhm.
Remember, there's only two people you're facing in this world. There's
Mhm.
you and there's the other person. Nothing more. Just you and the other person. Wow, so much better, isn't it? Not the whole world is watching me now. Not the whole street is watching me now. It's only me and another person.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That pressure have been lifted out.
Yeah, that puts everything in the right perspective.
Mm,
Okay. So now we're close to the limit of our time today.
mm.
Thank you, Martha, for sharing all these gems. If they want to connect with you, if they want to know more about your advocacy, where can they reach you?
They can do a simple Google search and search for super confident coach. And I'm the first one that comes up on Google. Or I will send my Linktree link to Jennifer later to give it to you guys on the show note. And as a gift for everyone that who joined in today, there's a few of you. Thank you for being with me and being with Jennifer here today. And in the TNC network, I wanted to share some of my books with you. All you have to do is download the link, fill in your information, and two of my books will actually come to you. And there's also a session in there that if you need some support, if you need some clarity, I'm happy to support you to give you a consultation for free. The cost is on me, it's not on you. It's all about giving and sharing to this world because we all need that support. No human are meant to be alone. We will find the support in one way or another because you deserve it.
Yes, we all deserve it.
Mm.
And thank you because you've agreed again to join in today's live cast. Dear viewers, if you loved this conversation with Martha, you can watch the replay in the same link. And I'll also see you next Thursday for the next episode, the episode 3 of Stories from the Fringe. Before we go, TNC invites you to this month's breakthrough virtual event, ATRA, or Asian Tourism Research Association, a group of institutions of higher learning from the ASEAN region, will be having their webinar entitled Advancing the Role of Women in Asian Tourism on Thursday, 27 May 2021 at 2 p.m. So that's 3 hours or more from the event is co-organized by Universitas Pancasila, Indonesia, Taylor's University, Malaysia, James Cook University, Singapore, and Australia. Women leaders will share their roles in advancing tourism in Asia. Event partners include World Women Tourism, Global Women Who Rule Group, and the New Channel. So we wrap up for today. Have an amazing rest of your day or evening, depending where you are in the world. Thank you for watching Stories from the Fringe. God bless everyone.